Okay, guys, I did manage to fix this little Makita Mac 100, and it could be similar to other repairs on compressors, but here's the story. Okay, this is what are they called? Pressure switch, also the power switch, the whole assembly where the power cords come into. So when I called Makita, of course, mine's out of warranty, even though it's barely been used, and I think it's 2 years old, but this thing's been sitting in an air-conditioned garage like a princess and hasn't barely had any use, but it still failed. So what was going on was when I shut it off, it would piss out all the air. And then when I would turn it on, it would build pressure, quit, and then it would lose all its pressure even when it was running, and it wouldn't restart. So I couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with it. So I called Makita, it's out of warranty. I'm like, damn it. And so what they said most likely is this box. You know, this is under the plastic cover thing, the big box. So they pointed me to this part because they were out of stock, and they said, buy it over here at whatever. I'll put a link down below to this thing and maybe one on Amazon, whichever. I appreciate any likes and subscribe. So I bought another box and I swapped it out, which here's the tricks to swapping this out in case this is your issue. Now, it might not be your issue, like it was not mine. This did not solve my problem, but I'm going to show you how to remove it anyway. So the power cords, obviously take a video or a picture of all the wiring. All the whites are on the left, all the blacks are on the right, and both the greens are up top. Okay, so you're going to have to pull the power cord out from this side, this one, this side, and then you got to undo this one air pressure line right here. No big deal. And then you've got to spin it off. Now this sucker was on there like a mother. That's my new Teflon tape, but I had to really get a wrench on that. That's not a spin collar. The whole box spins. And of course, the box runs into the motor when it spins and runs into this other line. So you're just gonna have to flex this line out of the way a little bit, and you're just gonna have to force it past there. Just tiny, it just nicks it barely. So anyway, if that's your problem, which in my case was not, well, I could have had two problems, who knows, but I don't think so. So this I did replace. This was like 32, 33 bucks. All right, I'll have a spare, or I guess I could send it back, but I'm not gonna screw around with it. So I had the same exact issue. I turned it on, build pressure, get to use it one time. It would use up all its pressure and it wouldn't restart. When I turned it off, it would piss out its air out of this little check valve-y thing. It would piss all the air out of here. Okay, so that didn't solve my problem. So here's what you may be having an issue. This tank check valve, this was my culprit. So this sucker is also in there like a mother. And what you do is release this line, very easy. Release the bottom line, very easy. And then you got to spin this out. Now, of course, I got a adjustable wrench on the body without mangling it, and I was able to get it started and then slowly turn it. And also, a little trick of the trade is I was able to stick the screwdriver down the holes of this thing gently, a nice friendly screwdriver, and use this as a turning tool as well because you're trying to get a good angle on it. So you get that sucker out, and what it is, if you look down in there, you'll see a little plastic or a little rubber plunger is what does the sealing. Now they're saying like if a tiny bit of rust or debris gets in this thing, it jams up. It doesn't stop the tank pressure from feeding back to here, and therefore this will piss out the air and cause your issues, and it'll cut it off and it won't restart. So I didn't think this thing was like that intelligent or whatever, and it's not. It's just a dumb valve, but I didn't think this was going to be my issue, but this absolutely is my issue. So I did not have a replacement, but I will put a link down below again to this part, which I don't think is expensive, but I managed to clean mine and it worked out great. So I'm going to leave it for now and maybe buy another one if it fails me again. But I spun this out and then I flushed it with WD-40. Now be careful of that little plunger. I did gently touch it with this, which I probably shouldn't have, but I used my WD-40 tip. Where is my tip? There it is. And I pushed it with that. At the same time, I held it over the garbage and I flushed it with lots of, with a bunch of WD-40 from all angles. While I was pushing that plunger in, I flushed it with the tip of the WD-40. So I just kept draining that out. And I think I flushed it clear, and then I could tell because when I blew on it, it was hanging up and air was flowing when I blew on it with my mouth. And so once I flushed it, the sucker started working good. So I think it must have had a hair crumb of rust or whatever from the tank that got back in there. and hung it up. Now, maybe this will last a week or two, but things working perfect now. It's back in working order. So I put a little Teflon tape on this, spun it back in. The Teflon tape seemed to be a little more lubricating, so it spun in, and I've got 0 leaks. As you can see, I'm holding pressure. Everything's good. And wow, she works great. So let me just plug it in for you and show you how it's working and what my symptoms were, so that you can understand whether you have, which issue you have. Now, again, mine's barely had any use, so I really didn't expect it to fail, and I was a little disappointed, but I probably should have bought that 3-year support thing or whatever. But, just the legwork of doing that is a pain in the butt. So here's the 2 easy fixes that seem to solve it. So again, my little power box I replaced, I turned it on, and it's not kicking on because I haven't lost enough pressure. So where's my relief here? I just got a little blow tip here. So there, it kicks on again. Before it wasn't kicking on at all, it was just pissing out all the air. And so it's running nice and smooth, quiet, and let's see if it kicks off here. And so you can determine by your symptoms as to what's going on. I think that check valve, the brass one there, is gonna be your main issue, I believe, if you have similar symptoms. Okay, so when she kicks off, in a second here, I'll show you what was happening. Hang on 1 second. I know this video is getting long, but building pressure. Okay, there she goes. Now, when I flicked mine off, this would just piss out all the air out of here. That was the telltale to the fact that my brass fitting over there, the one we just talked about, was letting air bypass that little rubber plunger and kick back into here and piss out. So there you go. Just take a picture of this. Don't screw with this thing. That screw, as far as I can tell, I screwed with that too. And now she works perfect and everything's back to normal. I hope that helps you guys. Again, I appreciate any likes and subscribes. And down below will be the links to these items, depending upon which one you need. Take care again.